Hello, everyone, and welcome to beautiful Huddy Park in downtown Toms River. With your WOBM News Holiday Weekend Report, I'm Vin Ebenau. Governor Phil Murphy has signed into law an expansion of New Jersey's medical marijuana program. He bemoaned that legalizing recreational use of pot is seemingly on hold until late 2020 and left the door open to decriminalization. A bill that would change the procedures and eligibility for expungement of criminal convictions, particularly affecting marijuana records, remains on Governor Murphy's desk after being approved 3 weeks ago by the legislature. The practice of renting a pet is a Governor Murphy's signature away from being eliminated in New Jersey. Supporters of leasing say it lets potential pet owners experience what it's like to have a pet and the potential expense. Opponents, however, say the terms of the leases can often be confusing and, worst of all, treats the animals as if they were a car. New Jersey's minimum wage has gone up 13% to $10 an hour this week as part of the state's 5-year phase-in of a $15 an hour minimum wage. For seasonal and small business employees, there is no change in the rate, which will remain at $8.85 until it climbs to $10.30 on January 1st. The minimum wage for tipped workers is up 50 cents to $2.63. The minimum wage for most employees will climb to $11 an hour by January 1st, before reaching $15 by January 1st, 2024. A 14-year-old fishing off the sands in Beach Haven reeled in a shark bigger than he is this week. He unexpectedly hooked a nearly 7-foot-long sand tiger shark. It took him a while and some help from others on the beach to get the shark onto the land. After taking some photos, they released the shark back into the water. A new redesigned traffic signal by the Target and Lowe's and across the street at the Michaels and DSW shopping centers on Hooper Avenue in Toms River is now operational, and the entire project is near completion. The remaining work at the site includes restriping the area of the new signal. The changes to the traffic signal and traffic pattern allows drivers to make left turns without having to access nearby U-turns. We end this episode of the WOBM News Weekend Report by previewing a series on what it takes to be a first responder here at the Jersey Shore. This series, which starts on Monday morning, focuses on police officers, firefighters, EMTs, and lifeguards. Here's a sneak preview of next week's series on what it takes to be a first responder here at the Jersey Shore. So what is it that you require specifically of the men and women coming through trying to become officers?
Okay. Well, this is a multi-phase testing process. And the first phase is to come into a test we call it a physical training test. And it's to really put them under stress. And we do that because we want to see how they're going to respond. Can they physically work under stressful situations? And that's to mirror what they do when they're out on the street.
When you're responding to a fire, do you have to have a plan in place for what you're going to do first, or is that something you guys develop when you arrive on the scene, depending on how bad the fire is at that point?
Yeah, every call dictates what we're going to do. If it's a confirmed fire, where the dispatch center receives multiple 911 calls, we'll go right to a second alarm or third alarm, or bring additional resources in and staging trucks just in case we do need them. So it's all based on the size of the fire, time of day, and occupancy.
What are some things about EMTs that you feel maybe most of the community may not know about?
I think the biggest confusion with EMTs in New Jersey is I don't think people understand that there's two levels of emergency responders on the medical level. Like I said, you have the paramedics, which come from the hospital, and the EMTs that come from your municipality.
Don't forget to tune in Monday through Thursday next week to learn what it takes to be a first responder here at the Jersey Shore. Stay tuned to WOBM all holiday weekend long for all the latest Jersey Shore news, weather, and traffic. And make sure you download our free 92.7 WOBM mobile app, where you can get news, weather, traffic, and all the rest of our content covering the Jersey Shore. I'm Vin Ebenau with your WOBM News Holiday Weekend Report.